Okay, I can do this. Okay, Merlin, are you here and connected? Yes. All right, so we are connected. Everyone take a deep drink of water because the water does help like move the energy through your body better. Okay, so now we can get started. Thank you, Leanne. Okay, so where are my questions? All right, so today with Merlin, I was going to start as we do with every being that we connect to. We're going to start with the Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, from feeling like they started working in October to now, like I am proud. Like I'm doing this in public, and that's a big deal because I still am scared, but I'm starting to learn that the difference between like scared, like this will be bad for me, and scared, like this will be really good for me. You can do this. Just be yourself, kind of a scary. So that's what I'm here to do, is be as much of myself as I can. And this is from someone who didn't even know who the heck I was until my mid 30s. Yeah. So, to help everyone off, not have to struggle to find out who you are in your 30s, I'm here to be myself out in the public and put it all out there. Yes. And teach everyone how to connect. Connect is like this. Embracing our darkness never ends. I've had a few days to tell that myself, right? Trust yourself and may your sense be heightened and your heart be open. Thank you so much, guys. I love the community that we've built here. It's very special. Okay. So today the topics were going to be like Avalon, Arthur, Camelot a little bit. So if you have any questions about those topics, start bubbling, like thinking them up and put them in the comments. I was going to even do questions about unity consciousness as well. So those are going to be the topics that I'm going to kind of explore today with everyone. Yes. Okay. All right, everyone, let's begin. Merlin, are we connected? Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right, everyone, let's begin. Merlin, are we connected? Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. I apologize. My mother just called. Okay. Back to business. Can everyone hear me? Or is the microphone not working anymore? Okay, good. Okay, we're good to go? Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. So, Merlin, can you show me a yes? Thank you. Show me a no. Okay, thank you. If they're slower, don't worry about it. Mine used to be very slow in the beginning, so it's a no. Good. Now I want to ask, show me a maybe. That's different. Ask again, because usually they freeze. Show me a maybe response. Okay. And then yesterday he did something different. Normally when I ask, show me a no answer or like access denied type of response, I get freeze rods. But yesterday, let's see if he'll do it again. Show me what you showed me yesterday when I said, show me the no answer or can't talk about it. That was exactly what he did yesterday, where he just moved the right rod and kept the left one still. And that had never happened before. Um, and it's funny because he kept using that throughout the conversation whenever I got into like a topic that was like not fit for like a let's learn how to use rods conversation. Yes. Mine wave a little side to side like a thing. Oh, I love that. Like, no, human, you can't access this information yet. Okay, so I'm interested in this question. Merlin, would you classify yourself as a human? Interesting. I get a yes. So you're saying you lived as a human? Yes, for sure. Okay. I had asked the other day if he was an ascended master, and we got a yes. So, like, Merlin, would you say you are an Earth ascended master? No. Would you say you're an ascended master on another planet? I get a yes, or like other realm ascended master. That's interesting. 111, yay. Mine did the same as yours, but I didn't really know what it meant. Interesting. And so normally, okay, so today, show me what you were going to give me as a response as no answer or access denied. He's going to do the other one. It seems. Are you trying, like, this is you being funny? Yes. Okay. Merlin is interesting. Merlin is quite funny. Who is Merlin? I'm talking about literally the Merlin, like the wizard man Merlin, correct? That's who we're connected with. Yes. And so, yeah, he's a real person, and we're kind of learning that he's connected to Saint Germain. Yeah. And I had assumed yesterday that he was a parallel expression of Saint Germain, but is that true? I get a no. And then when I asked, is Saint Germain more like another identity you adopted to be with current with the times? Yes, that's what I get, which I thought was very interesting and kind of comical if you think about it. Yes, because as I'm learning, Merlin is funny. Merlin is very funny. Yes, and because like Saint Germain, if you've never seen him, he's like purple energies, like very violet flame, very purple lavender, with this usually white facial hair, white hair. So is Merlin. Like Merlin is very much like purple and blue, white hair. Like I might tell you one day, just not. Yeah, that's what those answers can be. So yeah, I didn't know Saint Germain either, but on my travels, on my awakening travels, as a hypnotist, I do past life regression, more like parallel life regression. Saint Germain came through as a topic in the Violet Flame, and I looked into it, and it really resonated with me. And so Saint Germain, if you look him up, if you ask someone who knows very a little bit about Saint Germain, like Google, they'll be like, a lot of people think he was a time traveler. Um, and he was always in the right place at the right time, like trying to look like he was trying to always assist, whether it be about signing like important documents of the time. Like, I don't know. So it's just an interesting theory that they're Saint Germain and Merlin are the same person, just different identity. Yes. Is it spirit possible for spirits to come through that pretend to be something good? They're misleading you. Yes. Yes. Merlin, are you still there? Yes. All right. Is it possible for someone to come in, another entity to come in currently and pretend to be you and answer as you? I'm getting a like, okay, are you trying to say like not in this instance would that be possible? Yes. And is that because I've, done the white light pyramid, I've cleansed my energy, like I'm grounded and clear? Is that because of that? Yes. And so if someone is dabbling in communicating interdimensionally like this, but is not taking like spiritual hygiene practices seriously, and keeping their like frequency and like just energy clear, are they sort of it attracting more chances of being tricked in that regard? Yes. And so like I didn't ask today, but when you are starting to connect, and like you can connect with more than one being on these rods, is that correct? Yes. Um, you know, uh, you can be like, is every being here for my highest and greatest good? Yes. And so I've been trying to ask that a lot more, including like, is it for my highest and greatest good to be on here doing these lives and practicing with the public? Yes. And so, um, yeah. But thank you for the question. This is something where you don't want to be afraid. And like when we do the white light pyramid, as Emily teaches, like you're not doing it so you're like, you're not going to be like tormented or something, like protect from evil spirits, blah, blah, blah. It's just more like a cleansing, like keeping my energy cleansed. Like I know my energy, that kind of a thing. So it is so important. Can you ask if he has information on the Ouroboros? The Ouroboros is just the snake eating its own tail, correct? Yes. And so, what do you want to know about the Ouroboros? you have to consolidate what you want to know into a yes or no question to use these yes, which can be hard for some complicated themes. Like, yeah. So, yeah, if you can come up with an Ouroboros yes or no, I would be glad to ask it for you. Okay. Okay, so where were we? We were talking, so we had just done the calibration of the questions. I kind of want to do a little quick feel into our bodies practice because I thought it was really interesting, the results that we got. So I want us to do some simple low stakes questions that we know the answer to. For example, I'm going to ask my name. Is my name Dale? Yes. Okay, I want you to hold that yes and like feel into your body. What does that feel like? Where are you feeling it? Okay. Now go back to neutral. I want to ask a no question. Is my name Frank? Feel into your body. Thank you. And then I tried this the other day and it was really interesting results. I asked Merlin, can you lie to me for this next question? Yes. Okay. Um, is my name Dale? And I want you, it feels very strange. This one gives me the strongest sensation in my body. But I want you to feel into that, what that feels like. Okay, stop, let it go. Thank you. Isn't that interesting? Like, and so I feel like all of that practice helps build that inner yes or no, that feeling discernment, which I think is just very interesting. So, head pain, I know, right? I felt it too. It's almost like it almost feels like I can't breathe when I was holding that lie, and my head starts to throb a little bit. It just feels like a panic, like like something. It And so it's very interesting. So lean into that feeling. If you feel it again, if you're ever going down the divination road, like, okay, hold on, am I being lied to? Is this a lie? And so just interesting. Just interesting. Keep it in the back pocket there. Okay, so now moving on to, I wanted to ask some questions about Merlin and his Arthur connection. Okay. You're, I'm still struggling to feel it within my body. It's getting better. Ooh, okay, let's get some yes in there to override it. So ask again, like, okay, Merlin, I want you to give me the feeling of yes, yes in my body. And just feel into the yes, lean into that, because I know that the lie feeling was very strange. So feel into the yes, get calibrated again. Whew. Take some water. All right. Now, okay, Merlin, uh, is it true that just like in the movies that depict it, you sort of helped train Arthur to be the king that he was? Is that true? I get a yes. You talk to him every day? Oh, lovely. Well, welcome. I am a recent connector to him, and I've just been enjoying connecting with him with these lessons. Okay, pencils will move with these questions. Thank you for being here. Hey, Angie, thanks for being here too. Okay, so was Arthur a real historical person? I get yes. Uh, was he also like an archetype? Yes. Would you say that he represented the divine masculine? Yes. Balanced within like feminine though as well. Would you say that he was a balanced in his feminine as well? I get yes. Yes, thank you for being here and bringing out your rods. This is exactly why I do this, because I struggle to get my rods to work and get past my own self-doubts working by myself. And so when I've got to do it in a group dynamic like this, that's when they really started showing me they could move. Yeah. And so this is why I do this, because I'm still new and I want to get better at using them just like everyone else. Is it true that Arthur's kingdom is modern day Brittany? I don't know. So someone is asking, is it true that modern day Brittany would be considered Arthur's old kingdom of Camelot? I get a yes. I did not know that. Who built Excalibur? Was the crystal Excalibur created by the same person? So you would have to put that into a yes or no question. But I mean, I can ask if Merlin. Merlin, do you know who created Excalibur the sword? Yes. Did you have involvement in the creation of the sword known as Excalibur? I have a get a yes. Did you work on this sword yourself? Was it a collaboration project with others? Yes. Others like the Morrigan? I get a yes. And the Morrigan is another cool being that I hope to learn more about, but she kind of intimidates me. And so, but I know Merlin and the Morrigan are for the humanity's highest and greatest good, correct? Yes. My rods are from Amazon. Just simple Amazon rods, very simple. Is it true you have a cave under a waterfall? Merlin? Okay, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Did he help create the crystal of Excalibur? Okay. Merlin, was there a crystal, a specific crystal inside Excalibur? Yes. Um, did you have a hand in creating or picking that crystal? Yes. Okay. Did you have a hand in creating that crystal? No. So I don't know. Is this crystal still there on the sword? I get it, yes. Let's ask again. Is the crystal still there on the sword? Yes. Does the sword still exist somewhere in this earth? Yes. Is it hidden from us? Does someone have it in their possession in hiding? I get a yes. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like it was like Earth. Did Gaia create the Excalibur crystal? Yes. Is it one of Gaia's special red crystals? I get a no. Is that a no response you're giving me? I get a yes. Okay. All right, let's see. Is the crystal indigo? These are words I've never heard. Okay. Merlin, are you still connected? Yes. Is the crystal from Excalibur from Inner Earth? Yes. Is it indigo grabo? I get a yes. I don't even know what that means. Is that describing the color, just the color of the crystal? Kind of, yes. I don't know. Very interesting Excalibur questions, which is very interesting that you guys are talking about Excalibur because I literally last night finished painting a little portrait of Excalibur. Is that correct? Yes. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? And it's funny because I was like, oh, well, it's probably not really Excalibur because it has this like crystal on the front that I painted because it was one of those paint by numbers. Oh, I do have questions about Avalon. Okay, so we'll get there. But first, I wanted to go down. So we know Arthur is real. We just got questions and answers about that. What I wanted to know also was, is Arthur an example of like unity consciousness? Yes. And so, is unity consciousness the same as Christ consciousness? I get a yes. Okay. and I wanted to learn a little bit more about unity consciousness because I don't like vague terms and I want us to better understand it. So, is unity about agreeing with everyone? I get a no. Does unity include holding strong boundaries? Slow yes, but yes. So I want to follow it up with saying, can someone still say no and still be considered in unity consciousness? I get a yes. Is unity more about nervous system regulation than belief? I get a yes on that too. Okay, so then it was like a practice. Think about someone who triggers you. I want everyone to think about someone who triggers you. Okay. Is unity the ability to stay regulated while thinking about someone that triggers us? Yes. And I got chills in my legs from that question. So, is unity tested through conflict? I get a yes. Okay, interesting. So, if you have any questions about unity consciousness, feel free to throw them out. And then we're going to move on to Avalon because I'm super interested in Avalon. And I have a fun question. So, if you've never heard of Avalon, I always point to the book and movie known as The Mists of Avalon. Would you say that that book movie has like a pretty good portrayal of what Avalon was like? Yes. Excuse me, burp. Excuse me. Whew, big one. So, does unity equal oneness? Okay, I will ask that, and I'd like a trip to Merlin's Academy at Middle Earth, Avalon. Yeah, that would be wonderful. I'm in. Is unity consciousness considered the idea of accepting that we are all one? Yes. So that everyone is just another me kind of an idea. Yes. So my son loves that book. What happens when bad happens in the world along with the good and we stay in neutral along with both? Is that considered unity? Okay. Is staying calm even what was your question? It was like, how did you want to ask that? Okay. So if someone can stay calm even though they're witnessing bad things happening in the world, is that considered unity consciousness? I get a yes. It's like because then you get to the point where you understand those doing bad are really ultimately harming themselves. Yes. And so I don't know. It's like you have to release the anger and let and accept people like are at a different level than you. You had to learn the same lessons. It just doesn't, you don't remember those lessons being learned in other lifetimes. Yes. Okay. So Avalon. Avalon is super interesting because, like how we asked earlier, someone was like, is Camelot considered modern day the city of Brittany? Get a yes. Uh, I also want to know, is Avalon considered very near the area known as Glastonbury? I get a yes, which is such a bucket list place of mine. I want to go and visit. So, okay. So Avalon was basically, so did Avalon exist physically? I get a yes. But according to the legends, it was kind of like how we imagine Wakanda, in that it was like hidden energetically, yeah. And so Avalon was it truly like a female priestess type of civilization? Yes. Itchy. Was it a place where people were focused more on inner mastery rather than power? Yes. Does Avalon still exist today? Getting a slow yes, but it feels like a yes in my body. Interesting. Is it accessible today? Yes. I mean, like, I get the sense that, like, in meditation, it's accessible. Yes. Is it someplace that someone could hypothetically, physically still go to? I get a yes. Did Avalon move inside to avoid storms of Inquisition? Okay. Okay, that's a good question because I want to understand. Okay, was there ever a point where Avalon was not hidden from the public? Yes. And did it at some point have to hide itself to protect itself from outsiders? Yes. Yeah. Um, was Avalon also acting as like a sanctuary for druids who are in persecution? I get a slow yes. Okay. Interesting. And another interesting thing that we'll talk about another topic, but I wanted to quickly ask. So in the book The Mists of Avalon, there's a character called Morgan Le Fay, correct? Getting like a slow yes. Morgan Le Fay. Is that character supposed to represent the Morgan? I get a yes. And so did the Morgan have a hand in the creation of Avalon? I get a yes. Would you consider her the goddess, the primary goddess of Avalon? I get a yes. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see what else. Anyone else have questions about Avalon? Is Avalon related to Inner Earth? I get a no. Is Avalon located inside Inner Earth? I Hey everyone, so sorry about that. I made it back. My phone died. I'm back. Can you see me and hear me? We're good to go. Okay, I think we're good to go. I got back on as soon as I could. Yay! Okay. My phone completely died. I had to reboot. All right. Whew. We're back. Back in action. All right. Merlin, am I still connected? Yes. How human of me. I know. My husband would be rolling his eyes because my phone is literally always almost dead. Yes. Okay. All right. So you didn't get the Inner Earth answer. We missed the Inner Earth answer. Okay. Is Avalon located inside Inner Earth? I get a no. Does Avalon connect with, at least like in communication or energetically with beings of Inner Earth? I was expecting a yes on that, but it still feels like a no. Let's see. Oh, the Morgan is a title, by the way. Is that what you meant? Which that's interesting because, okay, is the Morgan an actual goddess? Yes. Is it also a title in the way that there are other Merlins? I get a yes. So I think it's a lot. It's a lot like how there's one Merlin, the Merlin, but many Merlins who studied in his school. Yes, that's how I get it. Is Avalon considered located in a different dimension than the one that we are located in? Yes. Is Avalon located in the same dimension currently as it was thousands of years ago? I gotta know. So it's been switching dimensions this entire time in a way? Yes. Interesting. Is that to stay hidden? I get a yes. Are there below surface portals to it below Britannia, like a Middle Earth teleportation station? Okay. Are there portals you could access that would take you inside of Avalon? Yes. Are any of those portals located in Inner Earth? I get a yes. Okay. Would it be accurate to say that Avalon and the beings of Avalon have ascended into a different dimension? I get a yes. Okay. Do they ever plan on reconnecting with the surface humans of this dimension? Yes. Is there an open invitation for those interested in connecting using the rods or other ways with the Morrigan and other beings of Avalon? I get a yes. Are men allowed to live in Avalon? Yes, I thought I was going to say no at first, and I was like, dang. But no, it said yes, okay. I really want to ride the train to the real Hogwarts. I know, right? That'll be the day. That'll be the day. But, and then you can ask, is it in my highest and best good to one day travel to Glastonbury? Yes. And then you can be like, if I go to Glastonbury, would I be able to connect more strongly to the beings of Avalon? Yes. And for funsies, would they open the portal for me if I went there? I wanted so badly to say yes, but it's like... probably not. Oh, my nose itches. Okay, so then, where were we on time-wise? Oh, we got 20 minutes left. I wanted to talk a little bit about your Merlin. That is something that has been told to me before, but I'm still having trouble believing it. Is Merlin one of my main spirit guides? No. Is it accurate to say that he is a parallel expression of me? I get a yes, which I'm like, I don't believe it. I feel like you guys are yanking my chain. And they're like, no. I don't know. When you go down the divination road, you start to learn that, like, they're gonna tell you a lot of things that you're like, man, that changes everything. And also nothing at the same time. Wow. I know, I took my mic off. I'm just using regular phone stuff. So I wanted it to charge as much. You can hear me though, right? Like everyone can hear me. Okay, and then I was gonna have us do like, so everyone, I'm in the process of trying to was I Sir Percival? Is the person who just asked, what was your name again? Orv, okay. Did Orv have a parallel expression of being Sir Percival? I get a no. I work with Merlin, but Gabriel is my main spirit guide. I love that. And so the other day I actually learned, and we were asking about it, so let's see what he says today. Merlin, would you say that you are half angelic and half dragon energies combined? Yes. Would you say that if you were to have a oh my gosh, and you know, is my flame still on? Let me make sure. Oh, my flame turned off too. Oh my goodness, guys. What is going on? Malfunctions abound. Okay, what was I just saying? Oh my gosh. My brain just blanked. Oh, yes, the angel. Okay. So if you were to have a angel counterpart, would that be Archangel Michael? I get a yes. And so it's interesting. Ask Merlin if I am an angel frequency, please. I believe I am. Does Sarah Rose have a close connection to angelic frequencies? Yes. Is she an angelic soul having a human experience? I get a no. Is she, has she had parallel expressions as an angelic? Yes. So cool. Let's see. Yes, I love seeing all your guys' comments, Willie. Okay, let's see. Okay, where were we? So I wanted to talk about the going within, because I'm in the process of trying to figure out what the heck that looks like for me. Doing this is very helpful, especially when I rewatch them, because I see like, oh, I definitely got, like, that definitely was not me answering, like, that looked strong. Yes. And I'll be like, oh, and I can't believe I thought of that. Like, that really came to my head. Maybe that's how I get my downloads. Yes, so this is really helpful for me in terms of learning how Dale gets her downloads. His nose itching again. I'll take that as a good sign. So I wanted to ask questions about the whole idea of, like, going within to go up, and what does that look like? So if you have questions about that, start formulating them now as well. Thank you so much for the rose. Okay. Am I still connected to Merlin? Yes. All right. Okay. Is feeling nothing during meditation a failure? I got a big no on that one. Is subtlety mistaken for absence while in meditation? I'm getting a yes. Okay. Does connection show up later as long as you continue to connect within? Yes. You feel me on this topic? It's so subtle. I know. It's like, we do these Soul Speak sessions, and one of the primary messages is like, you should be daily connecting, like just a 10 to 15 minute meditation where your intention is literally just to connect to your higher self and call it into your chakras, which sounds so simple. And so, it's probably been about a week of me doing it regularly, correct? And like, I feel as if nothing has changed, but I know that's like my logical mind being like, what did you expect? Like, nothing is going to change. Like, it only happens for some people. But I know, is that a true statement? No. It's like, you just got to do the work and let go of the outcome, like Angie says. Yes. It's just so hard. And so, all I can do is take actionable steps to help me connect more. And that's what I feel like I'm doing with these rods practices on live. Yes. I was about to lay down and meditate now that I'm here. Yeah. And so before we hang up, I wanted to talk a little bit more and say, okay, is going within more about noticing reactions rather than seeing visions? I get a yes on that. And just to ask, like I have been doing the daily meditations. If I continue to do these daily meditations as I've been, will it continue to help my psychic powers grow? I get a yes. And so it's like, I just need to continue at it. Yes. Claim the outcome you desire out loud. Yep. I know. I have had some success with setting an intention before meditation. Yes, that's always the goal. It's like, it's always important to set a clear intention before meditation. Yes. But like a good basic one that I've been doing is just my intention is to connect with my highest self and embody them into my chakras. Yes. And just been going mentally through the chakras, which we're going to end today's practice session with a body chakra scan. I think that would be really helpful, especially if you've been with me since the beginning of these sessions. The first 2 times I did the body scan, my results were different. And so if you remember your results, you can kind of see like if you've been putting in the work to kind of move the energy in that chakra to see if it's helped. Let's see. Is when we operate on a higher self, with our higher self in the driver's seat, we can't see differences. That is the truth. Is it just feels like a good idea I had, but sometimes you notice like that's not something I would have naturally said to myself. And so those moments do pop up. Oops. Okay, so going on to a couple more just questions about unity or connecting within, and then body scan. Okay. Channeling without some sort of notification or sign makes you feel cray cray. That's also very true. Yeah. I was using the rods the other day in meditation in my tub, and I was like, I'm going to connect with an inner earth dragon. And did I actually connect with an inner earth dragon? I get a yes. And I remember being like, okay, let's try something fun. Like, could we do, like, if you sent me a number through my head, and you can even try it with Merlin right now. I mean, should we try this practice with you right now, Merlin? Getting a slow yes. Could be interesting. Where I asked for like, could you send me a number between 1 and 10 and telepathically send it to me? Yes. Okay, and then I just sat there and I was like, okay, trying to think like, what number are you sending me between 1 and 10? And I guess, can you send the same number to everyone practicing this right now? I'm getting a yes. Okay, so I don't know, let's see. Send the same number. Everyone focus on what number are you getting? I don't know. I keep wanting to say 1, but I don't know. Everyone's pointing different numbers. Okay. And so who knows if it'll even tell me the truth. Okay, was my number the number 1? See, I get a yes. And I got the same thing when I was practicing with the dragon, and I was like, you could be just telling me. But then, okay, how is everyone getting, did everyone get sent different numbers? I'm getting a no. I felt 8 first and then 6 when you asked for everyone to get it. Interesting. So it's just so interesting. I don't know. Stephanie and I need to do more. We've actually we've tried to make the commitment to do like at least a monthly business meeting where it's like we call in our higher selves to talk to us. So I don't know. Everyone's getting something different. So I don't know if that was very helpful. Would you say that even though everyone is getting something different, that was still somehow helpful for us? Yes. I don't know. So I got a different number first and a 6. Interesting. So I don't know. It was just a practice I was doing, but yeah. So just interesting to start seeing like what you can get. All right, now let's finish it up with a body scan. Okay. So, Merlin, are you still connected? Yes. Are you going to help me do a chakra scan? Yes. Okay. I wonder if that's the reason. Before we start that, your comment about, was everyone getting different numbers because all of us are telepathically sort of skewing what we were supposed to get? I'm getting not the best explanation of that, but it is like, are we impacting our guesses are being altered because of all of us are connecting at the same time or something? I don't know. I don't know. We don't know. Thanks, Dale, for the rods. Thank you. Okay. Have a great day, Diane. 369. Maybe he is trying to be funny. Okay, so body scan. Are there any chakras asking for my attention currently? I get a yes. Okay. Would those chakras be considered upper body chakras? For me, I get no. Lower body chakras? Yes. That's how it often is. I think the first time it said that my sacral was junked up, which is the most common for myself. Yes. And then the second time it said my sacral was doing better, but my root was kind of junked up. But that was along when like the file stuff started coming out. So that was probably why. Yes. For you it's throat and heart. Yeah. Mine are upper throat and up. So sacral's boundaries. Is sacral related to boundaries? Yes. I feel like that also has to do with solar plexus has to do with boundaries too. It's like, yeah. It's kind of like all down there. Like your bottoms are about standing up for yourself, believing in yourself, and living fearlessly, yeah. And expressing yourself. Well, creatively, like following your passions. And then, yeah, the top ones are about how to connect upwards, and intuition and love and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so then you can kind of go through each one and be like, okay, does my root chakra need attention right now? I get a no. Does my sacral chakra need attention right now? Does my solar plexus need attention right now? Yes, okay, see, that's a new one, for me at least. But does it have to do with my confidence using the rods? Yeah. So it's a matter of, because I'm feeling this imposter syndrome, it's impacting me negatively. Yes. Isn't that funny? Okay. So you can go through and be like, does my heart chakra need attention from me right now? Yes. Does my heart chakra need attention from me right now? Yes. Okay. Does my throat chakra need attention currently? No. Does my third eye need attention currently? That kind of almost moves, so I'm going to ask again. Does my third eye need attention currently? No. Does my crown chakra need attention currently? Yes. And so these are things you can do kind of to check in every day in your daily meditation, and just kind of get like a scan of yourself. And then once you do and you get these like, okay, these chakras need attention, then, you know, there's some questions you can go through and be like, okay, let's tackle my my solar plexus chakra first. Is this issue with my solar plexus chakra an emotional issue? I get like a yes. It's wanting to say yes. Then you can ask, is it a physical issue? No. And then you can ask, like, would so-and-so help? Like, would movement help this issue? No. Would expression help this issue? Yes. Would expression in my journal help this issue? Yes. That kind of thing. Journaling about how I feel like a fraud. Yes. So yeah, it's like things like that. It's like getting it out of your system is what gets these chakras moving and grooving again. If it's like a heart thing, would connection with a loved one or a friend help move this energy in my heart? Like that kind of a thing. And then you can even try like placing your hand over your area, because it did say my heart needed it. So I want you to place your hand over whatever chakra you said you needed attention. And I want you to just focus on that chakra and whatever color it represents. For the heart, it's green, so I'm going to imagine just like a swirling green orb. Strong and full of energy and movement. Okay. Just imagining that there briefly. And then I want to check in and be like, did awareness over that area begin regulation and movement? Yes.
Your ears hurt. Is that normal? Is it normal to experience ear discomfort while connecting with the rods at some times? I get a yes. Should you consider it just like energetic calibration occurring within? I get a yes. I think a lot of it has to do with intention and we focus over that chakra. Yes. So did awareness to that area rebalance that chakra? Yes. Because does the body inherently know how to rebalance? Yes. And then the last questions I was going to ask about, okay, will practicing Reiki help keep chakra movement going? Yes. Is self-Reiki helpful? Yes. Even, so I'm Reiki level 2 certified, and sometimes I'm like, I don't consider myself as sensitive as other Reiki practitioners, but even for someone like me, who may not be energetically very sensitive, does holding the intention of having healing energy move from the earth through my body, out through my hands, and into my body, or anyone else's body, helpful, even if you are not officially Reiki certified? I'm getting like a, being Reiki certified does indeed enhance this ability, yes. However, even without a Reiki attunement and certification, everyone has the ability to heal in some way with their hands. I get like a yes. But I'm interested to see what you guys get. And yes, ears are, all of this is connected to throat chakra. It's like all, and they usually say, like, is it true that sometimes if you are like overly prone to like gum disease, teeth issues, that it could be a throat chakra issue trying to like hail your attention, basically? Yeah. Is it true that a lot of physical discomfort in a way is like a signal we need to pay attention to? Yes. I have gingivitis. Yeah, so can having gingivitis or teeth problems be an indicator of throat chakra imbalances? Yes. So that's something to look into. All right, everyone. I really enjoyed today's practice. Sleep apnea. Well, I mean, for me, I immediately think is sleep apnea more of a biological issue? I'm getting a yes. Because I get the sense it's about where your tongue is resting while you're sleeping. Yes. That's how I feel. That's how I think it is. So I don't know. Is sleep apnea related to throat chakra imbalance? I get a no. Okay. And so, in closing, I just have a couple closing questions. Is the first step to unity self-honesty? I get a yes. Is forgiveness also part of unity consciousness? I get a yes. Is humanity moving forward toward unity collectively currently? I get a yes. Is asking these questions evidence of awakening? I get a yes. And that's it. Have we covered everything that we needed to cover today? Yes. Do you enjoy connecting with us in these lessons on live? I get a yes. Good, because we do too. Can throat chakra mess with your heart? Yes, it's very common. If there is an issue with a chakra, is it common to have it sort of bleed into the neighboring chakras as well? Yes. It's a continuous circuit of energy. It's constantly moving, correct? Yes, and so if one is clogged up, it's creating a holdup. If you can imagine, if it's like a constant loop of energy, right? Going looping all around on our spine. if there's a clog right here, it's like causing a backup. Well, then, yeah, like the energy going, it's going to create backing up too. And so, that's why, yeah, like if you have is it true that if you have long term, like chakra imbalance, it can lead to physical manifestation and disease? Yes. So it's all connected, mind, body, spirit. If one is out of whack, it can cause the others to be out of whack as well. Yes. And the same goes for chakras, because they're all connected in a line. Yes. And a lot of people are indeed going through, and are many people experiencing either physical or energetic disease or discomfort because of parallel expression trauma? Yes. Which is why I got into what I do. I do the parallel life, past life hypnosis, and it's wild how often, like there was a case that I read about. This is not a case of mine. It was a Dolores Cannon case, but it really interested me because, like I said, my background is I have a background in biology and then forensic science. So I'm very interested in the cases in which Western medicine can't figure it out, right? And so my theory is that in those cases, is it true that in those cases where Western medicine has no idea why a certain issue exists or how to treat it, it might have a link to like a parallel life energetic issue? Yes. And so the one that I read about was a case where a man had childhood asthma his whole life, and on a whim he was like, let me just try hypnosis, like maybe it'll do something, maybe it won't. And yes, I do QHHT. And so he found out that he saw memories of a life in which he was like mining in like this mine where white powder was going everywhere. Yes. And it was like he was breathing it in, and everyone ended up dying because of the white powder that they were inhaling. It ended up literally like disintegrating their lungs. And so he saw this, and it's almost as if his subconscious or his brain was like, oh, oops, running the wrong program in the wrong body, like self-correct. And he reported that within the next 3 to 5 months, his asthma completely healed. Yes. And again, they're just like, I don't know, you're just a kid with asthma. Like, doctors didn't know. So it's just interesting. And then I myself have had 2 cases of women who came to me. They did not know each other, so they were strangers. They came to me and they told me that they had always struggled with uterine polyps or cysts. What's it called? Fibroids. Cysts, ovarian fibroids. And doctors don't know why those exist. And their only solution is to like surgically remove them once it becomes so uncomfortable. You got to, right? And they don't know how to prevent them, nothing. They're just like, I don't know, you got an angry uterus. Good luck with that. And so I've actually had 2 clients come to me with cases of that. And one of them was actually so bad that she was scheduled to get them surgically removed. And both women